Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Amelia and here on this channel we talk about writing, journaling, and productivity to help you curate a life that you love. So for today's video, I wanted to do something a little bit different, and I also wanted to take things a bit easier because recently I feel like I just haven't managed my time very well, so I need to go back and take my own advice about time management just for the time being, but because I am kind of struggling to keep up with things, I decided today would be a really short video and we're going to be discussing habit trackers. So if you've been on my channel before or if you've seen my previous video, I have a video that I made during the beginning of my YouTube journey, which is really cringy to look at, about how to make a habit tracker. And while that habit tracker did work very well and I did enjoy making that video, it's cringeworthy. So, also if you hear some noise in the background, that's the heater in the house. I am not about to turn it off to freeze. We just have a really loud heater in this apartment, so that's not fun. Anyway, I decided that for today I would make a few different habit trackers. I actually intended on making 5, but I only ended up making 4 because the 5th one turned out to be a lot harder than I thought it would be and I couldn't get the proportions right. So we're just going to do the 4 habit trackers that I came up with. The goal of this exercise was mostly to give you guys inspiration. I kind of followed a theme, I guess you could say, but I tried to make it less artistic and more efficient or applicable. You can take any of these designs and implement them into a different habit tracker. I'm actually going to show you a habit tracker that I have. You know what, I'll show you in a B-roll. So just on the screen you can see a habit tracker that I used before in January, and you can see that the theme is a little bit different. You can also see that it's kind of messed up, but you know, that's how life is. But you can see that that habit tracker had a different, like, it had one of the layouts that you will be seeing today. So anyway, if you like today's video, please be sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. But without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into the whole habit tracker making session. Alright, so for the first habit tracker, I am doing a grid habit tracker type thing. I really like the grid ones. I don't know why, but I really like seeing all of my habits kind of like staggered on top of each other and in like this organized little grid space where I can compare each and every single day with another one. So what I did was I separated the paper into like 6 different sections, not including the title and the bottom where I would put the key, and I put down a few of the habits that I want to implement. I didn't have 6 total, so I just wrote down the ones that I wanted to do. Now that I'm looking at it, there's 5. Sorry. I don't know why I thought there were just like 4 habits there, but I ended up just giving it a title and then color coding each and every single habit. And normally I would color code those as well for like, oh, the habit was done or partial or whatever, but I messed up the key at the bottom, so I ended up having to fix that later. And then of course I just numbered every single habit, every single day of the month for 1 to 31, and then blacked out the parts that aren't important. So moving on, this next one is actually my favorite, but I do find it really hard to maintain this habit. As far as appearance goes, it is beautiful, but unfortunately, it's just not practical. I just put numbers across the bottom and then the habits on the sides, and then you're supposed to fill in each little dot as you do the habit on the habit line and then according to the day at the bottom. This is really good if you have a bullet journal, but it wouldn't be practical if you didn't, I don't think. It'd be a lot harder. For the next one, I am doing exactly what I had told you about earlier with the January one. I simply put down the habit and then write down the days of the month, and then I just put them 1 to 31 or whatever, however many days are in that month, and you have a separate one for each and every habit. And honestly, this one didn't work out very well for me for some reason, but I do think that it can work out for other people who like to see their habits kind of separated from one another. Okay, and then for this next one, it's more of like a mood tracker kind of thing, but I think it works out pretty well if you have a singular habit, or if you want to say that you did all of your habits that day. I honestly wouldn't personally use this one, but I do like using it for mood trackers, and I found that as a mood tracker, this works really well to just kind of have 31 different bubbles of, I put hearts here hanging from a vine, but it could really be anything. So this is the finished product of all of these habit trackers. Again, the first and second one tend to be my favorites, but I do know a lot of people like the third kind, and again, the fourth one would be great if you're just implementing one habit into your daily routine. Alright, and that is all I have for today. I know this is a quick one, but I really hope that it gives you guys some kind of inspiration on how to create your own habit trackers and how to just kind of get in the groove of using one. I'll be honest, I don't always stay on to my habit tracker. Certain ones work better for me than others. You might have remembered when I showed you the January habit tracker, that particular one doesn't work as well for me. I tend to prefer other more graph-like habit trackers, but anyway, just find what works for you, and I hope these ideas were easy to follow along and easy to implement, and of course you can make them way more artistic than I did. I try to keep things simple, mostly because I'm, like I said, low on time, and also because I wanted to focus more on the application and efficiency of the habit tracker rather than on the art. So anyway, thank you for watching today's video. Please be sure to like this video if you did like it, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more content like this or just about writing and journaling as well. So yeah, and until next time, I will see you later.